Welcome back to Sam's Trucks. Today I'm very excited because we're starting a new build video. We've been goofing around on the channel for a long time. It's time to take things serious. Here we've got a 1979 one-ton dually, regular cab, two-wheel drive. It's getting a 5.9 liter VE pump Cummins, 5-speed. And the plan is to give this truck away if the channel hits 50,000 subscribers by the time it's done. We're gonna be lowering it. We're gonna be, going through it. There's some rust that we're gonna fix. Want to put 22-inch Alcoas on it, bring her right down on the ground. I think we're just gonna do a static drop kit, get rid of all this stuff here. Today I'm gonna be pulling the motor, and I'm actually gonna be showing you guys how to get prepared for the Cummins before you even pull the motor out of the truck you're putting the engine into. Right now it's got a small block 350 with, I'm sure it's probably a turbo 400, and yeah, it's a 79, so it's got the round eye headlight. It's gonna look super sweet, and my good buddy is actually making a rendition for me of what this truck's gonna look like when it's done, so that we can kind of follow along and I can kind of keep my eye on the prize. If we hit 50,000 subscribers by the time this truck is done, which will probably be about May, I'm gonna give it away to a subscriber that's left comments and is engaged on the build. So share this with your buddies. You could win this truck, and I'm gonna be giving it away for free if I hit 50,000 subs by the time it's done. I'm gonna show you, lads, how to figure out the wiring for your Cummins swap before you even jump into the Cummins swap. Because you go through and you figure out every wire that you need before you pull everything apart, and then when you put the Cummins in, it's super simple. So I'm gonna show you boys what to do. So the first thing you need to do is look back here on the distributor. It'll be labeled on the distributor cap if you can't find it, but it's usually a big fat pink wire. That is key on ignition wire. Label that. Temp sender wire on a small block is always going in right here, and that is a little green wire. Oil pressure is on a small block, is right behind the distributor there. Maybe you can see the sending unit down there, maybe you can't, but it'll be a little brown wire going to the sending unit. On a big block, usually the sending unit's here or here, same thing, little brown wire. Okay, don't worry about the alternator, we'll do that in another video. Everything else you need to know is at your starter. So you've got your big main battery cable going to your starter, obviously you know where that goes. The stud on the solenoid, maybe you can see it there, that's closest to the engine block. That is key crank power, so mark that. And then all the other wires that go to the starter, so you've already labeled your crank power. Every other little wire that goes to the starter has to go to battery. So it's straight battery power all the time. So label all those, that's pretty much all you need, and we're gonna cover the wiring in another video. But label all those things before you pull the motor out, and that'll save you a ton of time. We're gonna be ripping the front clip off here. My buddy Mitch just stopped by. So quickly we're gonna rip off these boards here because they're attached up here. We'll take the hood off, maybe, I don't know, bumper off, and we're just gonna pull the whole thing and throw it outside somewhere, and that way we can pull the engine and the trans in one go. So I'm just gonna stick the camera up and you guys can just watch. Down. All right, we got her out. Okay, now to pull the engine out. We got the front clip pulled here, and so now I'm going to pull the radiator, and I'm planning on pulling the transmission and the engine all out in one go here, so should be good. She is a pretty rusty unit, but it'll be okay. nothing more annoying than working on a motor and trying to pull it out and there's coolant all over the ground. So it always is worth it taking an extra 5 minutes just to make sure you don't get coolant everywhere. I'm gonna be pulling the transmission and the engine out at the same time. So I'm still working on that here. Okay, so we got everything unbolted, I think. I'm gonna pull the motor out and hopefully everything goes good. She's out, my guys. That's what I'm talking about. Just lifted her right out, no problem. I'm gonna clean up here, push this thing back out, we're done for the day. Remember, 50,000 subscribers by the time this truck's done. Giving it away. Tell your buddies, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.